Abdul Fontin Aminin still, and I work inside the office of the President in the State House as a communication strategist. Good afternoon and welcome to yet another edition of the program Talk Back, where this now the program where they create political and governance awareness to the people of this country unadulterated. In other words, how the issues they did, and so we they discuss them without fear, without favor, trying to be as objective as we could forget the kind discussions there. So, and this program is also very much vital, especially at a time like this, where Sierra Leone need dispassionate voices, where despite the fact say most of we get political affiliations, but these are the times where we for able to discuss issues without a political lens, using the national lens for make we able to understand with the side we dey currently as a country. So now that make this program day, and what we they can discuss today. We can discuss the insurgent attack on we nation will be happening on Wednesday, August 10. We want to talk about that issue dispassionately, but most importantly, we can look into specifics. And one of the specifics them where we can discuss today now the news where they go around for say one of we company Sierra Leonean, we now a member of the opposition All People's Congress Party. We get information say they kill him last night. Now Makeni, I cannot verify that, I cannot confirm that, but if we get the kind of news there, so I think we need to discuss the issues today and make family able for understand Usai we dey currently as a country. Yeah. So as I don't say earlier, we can discuss issues them we get for do with the August 10 insurgency. And but before we go into that, we all know within the reality we don't happen. There were loss of lives, and then there was also loss of property. The property matter, but in all that matter as compared to life. So at this stage, I go want for join His Excellency and several other right-thinking Sierra Leoneans and international community and other stakeholders for express my deepest and sincere condolence to all the one there we lost their life during this attack on we nation will be happening on August 10, 2022. It's one of the days where we not go ever forget na Sierra Leone, and now one of the days them we go join inside the clarion call of never again shall we use violence to settle our indifferences. We want to express that condolence day to the families of especially the security forces, the police officers there. We lost their lives during a time where they answer to the national call for protect lives and properties. No security personnel not deserve for make the attack them and kill them the way how people them attack and kill the police officers them during the insurgents will be happening on August 10. And I'm so happy that His Excellency the President able to recognize the efforts of all the stakeholders them, especially the security officers, we ensure say Salon no go back to that dark history on August 10. To an extent that His Excellency don't declare say we need for honor them police officers the day through a civic state funeral where the states get for organize, for honor the people the day, for remember them, and for send a strong message to the world that we police officers them are the day in charge for protect with lives and properties, and they not deserve that kind brutal murder way we police officers they go through on that particular day. Tell His Excellency the President plenty thank you also that in take charge as always as the person who will be give the mantle of leadership from 2018 to 2023 for ensure say it not only usher in the development with Sierra Leoneans that they look into, but for making also ensure say with peace and security and quiet is guaranteed under in leadership. We happy that and all prove that once again for able for Giwi that confidence that he's really the man in charge and are the only person that we will be vote for in 2018 for ensure say Salone stable and Salone develop. The condolences also go especially to the families of a few Sierra Leoneans where we be get for understand say some not be even they part of this protest, but because a few of we compatriots them be one for use illegal means for take power and the security officers be they try for restore law and order, and we also get information say there were guns in the hands of civilians them, we mean say while the security them possibly go sabi use their guns the civilians they not go sabi how for use their guns the and usai ala day innocent people them can be caught along the line. We make now that some of we always believe and always the advocates say we not for use violence for settle the matters the day. So now with the reports then say some man be even there in veranda, bullets go meet them there. Who that shoots you not go know. Guns there in the hands of security personnel, guns there in the hands of civilians. You will not know. They call them as stray bullets. So my condolence if indeed there were those situations. I feel a more for the people that they waiting at their houses them, we know they part of this, we possibly as stray bullets meet and then they for them they die. And to every other person, because again at the end of the day we are all Sierra Leoneans. So despite what's happened, despite with political craziness, nobody deserves to die as a result of waiting happening on August 10, 2022. And I know say at this point where we send with condolences to the families of their people there so we die, including the security personnel, or should I say especially the security personnel, all the one that we get hands by this attack, by this rebel attack, by this terrorist attack on we state on that day. I believe say they're going to get sleepless nights now, because every mortal man gets in quiet conscience. So for make you see them now, and they know say that people here will die. If I not be lie for them for let them jump in a treat, if I not be use them as human shield for gain political power, if I not be get desperation for overthrow retired Brigadier Julius Mada Bio, if I not be send lie voice notes against Mada Bio, if I not be send propaganda messages them for make let people they come out in the streets, all of their people here so for be day like today. All of their people here so we die in a papa them. They get their picking them. Their people here we die in a mama them. Their husbands they're in a house. Their wives are at home. Their children, their mothers, their brothers, their sisters. Now we own people them. Now we own very Sierra Leoneans their lives we risk so for push them to the street, for take the laws into their hands simply because we are desperate for power. I hope say that people that did the pillars them go they judge them at this point in time that you are the ones that are responsible for the loss of these lives, most of whom are innocent lives, I would want to believe. Just for your desperation to power. Just because you not get a message for bring you back na power. Just because you think say you want to use shortcut for come na power. Just because you think say you want for use illegal means for come na power. Just because you they see say you are so weak to the point that you not get no message for tell the people of this country 9 months to election you want to unseat a democratically elected government. Now as a result of all of their desperations they did, as a result of all of their actions they did, as a result of all of their inactions they did, now you make we reach Usai we reach so. But even before we come to Usai we come out, say we reach Usai we reach so on Wednesday, August 10, 2022, the most important thing where I want for discuss today. Now this news where we hear he say Evangelist Samson, of the APC, they kill am na McKinney yesterday. And the allegations also that the one they will kill am na security personnel. That is the most important issue na my agenda where I want to discuss today as part of this insurgents. So now that first we dey talk about. I cannot confirm whether they don't kill him or not. I cannot confirm who that kill him or who that's not kill him. But the question we should be asking now is, who killed APC's Evangelist Samson? So make I just give a brief background on who that's not Evangelist Samson as a Sabian. This Evangelist Samson is a member of the opposition All People's Congress Party. This Evangelist Samson now a member of the team where the police department investigates right now that now they get hands into this violent insurrection we happen on August 10. This Evangelist Samson now a Sierra Leonean like how Fonty self na Sierra Leonean we get right to live. We get right to opinion. We get right for associate with the political party we in want for associate with. This Evangelist Samson possibly na papa and get picking or picking them. This Evangelist Samson possibly na husband and get wife or wife them. This Evangelist Samson gets blood where they run in body and life, like how me Fonty gets blood where they run in my body and life. And get right for associate with a political party like the APC, just like how Fonty self gets right for associate with the SLPP. We make always they call myself a proud pauper dude. That's notwithstanding, Evangelist Samson, like every other mortal man, gets in excesses them. We see some of the dangerous messages them where this Evangelist Samson be they spread na the social media, especially on this August 10 insurgent. And you will want to believe he is among those who ignite this tension at the country, calling on people for come na the streets, for car protest, for whatever reason, where some of we still not know. A message is a day in the social media. Everybody see. Everybody listen to the audios them way in be they circulate, calling on people for come na street, calling on people for overthrow retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, calling on people not for afraid, calling on people spreading hate messages, lie messages against Mendy them and all of that. So the long and short, this is the Evangelist Samson that I know. This can be the Evangelist Samson where now one part of the people them where consistently don't they curse me or mama as a person and don't curse boku other people their mama and don't attack boku other people their personality in all of these politics. So I don't talk about the good side and but I'm where I sabi. I don't talk about the bad side and but I'm where I sabi. This now the Evangelist Samson where we get news from last night say they don't kill him na McKinney. They shoot him, they kill him. I cannot verify that. I cannot confirm that at this stage. However, immediately after where that news they go out, that Evangelist Samson they don't kill him, we see desperation from certain quarters for try for say things them as to what or who is responsible for the alleged death or murder of Evangelist Samson. And that's now my concern. And that's now one of the things we make us say my primary objective today for this audio now Evangelist Samson in alleged death. And I want to use my cap as a Sierra Leonean for call on the authorities that if they should prioritize anything Evangelist Samson in alleged death, if not true, now one of the things that done the way the state, where the security supposed for prioritize an investigation on. We need for know how they kill him, We need for know who that kill him. We need for know why they kill him. We need for know. And I believe, say, the state is supposed to prioritize an investigation into the death of Evangelist Samson. And I have my reasons as to why I think, say, this should be prioritized. But Putin go come out of that investigation day on the alleged death or murder of Evangelist Samson. I can bet my life with that. One, how come immediately when news go out that Evangelist Samson has been killed, people are so desperate for begin call people them where they believe say now they go kill Evangelist Samson. While Lima in name automatically begin show from a desperate group of Sierra Leoneans that na Lima na ingo kill Evangelist Samson. I believe say the security personnel supposed to investigate that. Because if they don't kill somebody, and then you get mind for go social media or they scatter news say na so person na in order or na in go kill that person dey, it means say the security personnel or the state authorities for invite you for make you can tell them wetin you know. It definitely means say that people let them know something. Let the can show Usai Lahai Lawrence Lima when our Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs na in go order or na in go kill Evangelist Samson. Let them know. And also, we go on for know why Evangelist Samson, somebody for one for go kill him at a time where the one whole world they call on His Excellency the President for ensure say we investigate wetin happen on August 10. And as I don't tell Una, Evangelist Samson is definitely on the list where the investigators them go be interested in as the people them way make wetin happen on August 10 happen. So to me, the question I have been asking myself is, why would the state be interested in the death of Evangelist Samson when the state not gets anything for benefit from Evangelist Samson in that one? If anything, I believe and I know that Evangelist Samson now one by the people then where they go call persons of interest in an investigation, we go able for help the authorities for provide a lead as to who that they sponsor this kind insurgent now we country. Evangelist Samson now one by the people then where the state of Sierra Leone go want for arrest alive and investigate them so that it go able for provide leads as to wetin happen. And Evangelist Samson, being the person that he is a small boy. Not so that kind of person where you go say at all cost and go die for somebody. And I know for sure that people will be worried that the state need Evangelist Samson alive. So if the state able for capture Evangelist Samson alive, possibly Evangelist Samson go able for points, the one that will be they give them money, the one that will be the side that be they sit down for tie, for call on people them for jump come on a street. So in my mind, in my heart to heart, I believe say if anybody wants Evangelist Samson dead, it will not be the state. It will not be Madabio. It will not be Lahai Lawrence Lima. It will not be Fonti hashtag for life 7 times. It will be the people them where be they tie with Evangelist Samson. It will be the people them where Evangelist Samson no say and they be they provide money and they be they provide ammunition possibly for ensure say they spread their messages them for make the overthrow retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. And I believe say Evangelist Samson not deserve for die. Evangelist Samson not deserve for die out of this. Because he's a young man like Fonty. And he gets right for belong to who belong. Although sometimes young people will find themselves in places or in situations whose side they're not supposed for day. So he deserves to live. So for make Evangelist Samson at a time like this, when he is a possible person of interest, when the state wants him alive, pass how they go want any other person else, for help them in the investigation, for make who know who that are the people that maybe they pull money for make the car overthrow Madabio, who that are the people then maybe they spread messages them for make they overthrow Madabio, for make who they say they go shoot them and kill them. And then people want for make them believe say now the state now go want for kill Evangelist Samson, even without prejudice to whatever investigation we go get for happen. I, Abdul Fonty, will find it extremely difficult for believe say the state would want Evangelist Samson dead, or the state has a hand in the death of Evangelist Samson. Because the state not gets anything for benefit from killing Evangelist Samson. The one that we go get something for benefit from killing Evangelist Samson, and the one now you don't comping them. Now you don't comping them. So one, because Evangelist Samson has a right to life, and because me Fonty I no go want for make me government where I dey work for get that kind stain day, that's now we send people there for go kill Evangelist Samson. And because I want justice to be served for Evangelist Samson in people them, in mama, in papa, in pikin, in wealth, in family them, even in party, the state should prioritize an investigation on Evangelist Samson. We don't watch film there. We don't see how people them desperately they kill their company them because they don't want to make their secret come out now do. We don't know this country. We don't see the UN-backed special court where people they go testify say Sam Bokari, that rebel leader Maskita, they say na Charles Taylor na him make let they go shoot him and kill him or stab him and kill him because Charles Taylor no wants for make him go testify against him that in get hand per Saloon war. We don't get all of the evidences they day. So we don't see the evidence that they per film, and we don't see them actually to Sam Bokari on Maskita, where people they go testify in a special court that Charles Taylor not be want for make Maskita expose them. Now that's make in order for make the killer. So if we don't get the evidence that day, and at a time like this where Evangelist Samson is one among the people them, where we really say that then are the police wanted list for investigate them, they go kill her. Like how they say they kill her. I will find it difficult for belief say the state will have a hand. Lahai Lawrence Lima will want Evangelist Samson dead. For waiting, who side them it up? When Lahai Lawrence Lima no say Evangelist Samson go able for help we for make we know who side this thing has so come out. Why will he want him dead? So even if just to clear Lahai Lawrence Lima's name, or if like whether they say I don't know, I know they day, if you get hand back for that day for make them ensure say in face the full force of the law, the state should investigate. The state should investigate for make we know. The state should investigate. We cannot allow the propagandists there so we don't spread lie news them. Say people they want for go jump on streets like how they go jump place so and people they go lost their life there. Let they can spread this news back. Say no matter be in government, now kill Evangelist Samson. We need for know. We need for know. So now, after I don't talk about that day, now make we can talk small about the circumstances will lead to this insurrection where they want for overthrow Madabio on August 10. Where if not to be that same God, where we don't bless Madabio that in 2018, where Boku people go to think say this person has not going to forget this power also. God gave that power day. If not to be that same God day, be there with Madabio, like a different thing for be the talk right now. Now different thing. Maybe some of we know for be get live for do this live video where they do right now. Maybe you where they watch this live video, you know for be get live for they watch me right now. You know for even get internet for they watch me right now. Salon not for be day like I day like today so. If waiting the wire so be planned on August 10, if it be happy. Most people will tell you say waiting happen on August 10. That one update don't start 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, where people them be they spread messages na the social media calling on citizens for let them jump na street for overthrow Madabio, for kill Madabio, for kill Fatima Bio, and for kill all of who they work at this government here so. So Boku people go on for believe say now they this wire so start 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago. But now lie. This thing not start 3 weeks ago. This attempt for overthrow Madabio not start 1 month ago. It not even start 1 year ago. It not start 2 years ago. It not start 3 years ago. This thing does start way back in 2018. When the APC lost power. That is where this started. The APC lost power in 2018. And few minutes or hours to the announcement of the elections results. There are videos that is still there around, where we see no less a personality than the APC leader by then, the flag bearer aspirant or the flag bearer candidate of the APC, when a Dr. Samora Kamara, where he go on national television and vow say, if he lost the election, he go ensure say he cause several troubles for the government where they come. In other words, Dr. Samora Kamara vowed on national television, say, he go ensure say he make Sierra Leone ungovernable if he lost the election. And I'll put word in my mouth, the videos that they where they go around. And at a time like this, like how I don't say, now tell me we for use the nationalistic lens for discuss issues dispassionately, for discuss issues fearlessly, for discuss issues objectively. So to me, that is where this coup plot of August 10, 2018 started. You dey doubt why I think saying I didn't start? Let me just check the trend. Let me just check the political pattern in Sierra Leone. From 2018, where Dr. Samora Kamara make that statement day, saying go ensure say if he lost the election, he go make Sierra Leone ungovernable. And indeed he lost the election. And from when Madabio came in 2018, Sierra Leone has been literally ungovernable as a result of the consistent pattern or trend of the opposition to make Sierra Leone ungovernable. You want to forget, make I remind you some of the instances there. It started with the Commission of Inquiry, where Madabio came and say in the first impunity in the way how people don't manage the state and state resources during the tenure of Ernest Bai Koroma. We see all kind messages from the opposition. So the extent the opposition issue out a press release They call on his supporters them for make them not cooperate, for make them not participate with the Commission of Inquiry, we can investigate corruption on stupid grounds that now we team need them and now not as them. Now the mother BO in government, where the opposition begin for call saying amend the government, saying now we the one for cat target. So they just want for use the cover of a Commission of Inquiry for FET team demand them, for FET not as them. So we team demand them for rise up, we team demand them for resist, we team demand them for reject. We not as them not for participate in the Commission of Inquiry. It happened. True or false? True, definitely. And then from then, we begin get consistent tribal threats from opposition operatives. Tribal threats, especially against Mende people them, when are we brothers them, when are we sisters them. Bad cause them against Mende tribe. People have been effectively using the social media for stoke tribal war or tribal divide na salon. Oh, this na Mende government. Oh, this government can for FET team need them. Oh, Mende they not to better people them. Oh, we for FET Mende them. Oh, Mende they na they do this. Oh, Mende they na they do that. When in actual fact, even the one at the president say not to Mende. So which stupidity way past that day? For that he thinks say somebody will not to Mende, and go come and can't take, and not take your own tribe, and go take one tribe and value them past other tribe there. All kind of lie message. Oh, this government's not even employ people that we not team in there. And we all day so now this government here. Alpha Canada are the all day so right now. We get countless team in them. We get countless northerners them. Timothy Kabade, Napoleon, then are the all strategic positions. So we're not to Mende them, we're not to Southerners them, we're not to Easterners them. But still that they don't stop people then for go na the social media, for go create impression as if na Mende government this. Apart from the lies and the propaganda, we also see a consistent trend from the opposition for use bad man may cost them and threatening language against Sierra Leoneans them we hold an opinion against the opposition. Against Sierra Leoneans them where they propagate Madabio in policies and in programs them. Against Sierra Leoneans them like we where they work for Madabio. No kind mamikos no day where some of we no don't get. No kind threatening language no day where they not use against some of we. Simply because we they work with Madabio. And come out day, not only first and this where we don't get reports them say they don't attempt for overthrow Madabio. The Pademba Road incident was one of it. And then we come out there, we reach to census, a national program, a whole opposition. TINAP they call for national resistance, that their people should not participate, their people should not cooperate with government on the census. We don't know this country. We don't see opposition leaders. They don't go on radio. They talk for activate level 3 for resist government, for FET government. We don't dare in this country also. We don't see people that don't call on citizens them for jumping at it, for go fetch the police there. We don't dare in this country. We don't see opposition operatives them, don't call people them for go on the streets and go burn police station. And attack government operatives. We don't dare in this country, not to the first 10 days, not to 1 10, not to 2 10, not to 3 10 during Madabio in rain, where opposition people them don't call on people them for stage illegal protests them, for jumping at it. As all of this they happen, some man go argue say, yes, APC don't call for resistance. APC don't call for boycott. But APC no one day directly call for make people that jump at it for overthrow Madabio. APC no one day directly call for make people that jump on the streets and protest illegally. Granted. But now yanda, the APC enroll limited as an opposition? We don't ask ourselves why the APC as a party not ever come and condemn their tribal rhetorics them against Mendede. We don't ever ask ourselves why the APC not ever come and condemn people the way they say they for go overthrow a legitimate and constitutionally elected government. We don't ever ask ourselves why the APC not ever come and dissociate themselves from people the way they cause bad mommy cause them and spread lies on the social media. We don't ever ask ourselves why the APC not ever come and dissociate themselves from serious allegations where they point to them, say now that they finance all of their ala they also where they happen at the country. We don't ever ask ourselves why then they not ever happen. And even as a result of that, they embolden people there for jumping at it. Because they know say, if all of the messages here so, whether Bobo they also they pass on the social media, if they party they against Dandy, they go come and can condemn. All of the things that don't they happen for the last 4 years. The APC not ever dissociate themselves. Instead, themselves they come and can participate. We don't dare. We don't read the mayor of Freetown. They talk about Boa Bise. They use tribal rhetorics against Mendede. Let's say Mendede not so Sierra Leoneans. We don't dare. Just 2-3 weeks ago, we don't see Usai Dr. Samura Kamara, Gona Makeni, and they go stoke tribal hate messages against Mendede. So all of the things they are so. While some of we be there at the social media, they strenuously try for talk to with people there. Say now problem this they come so. Una left, the things they are so now they do. Not so the right way this for Fets Madabio. Now 9 months now to elections, una patient. If una really think say una na the people the way the people them of Sierra Leone love, una wait. Just 9 months, we go to the ballot. Una go put Madabio out if una think say don't put all. We strain, we kind of social media, we talk to people there. We not fall in the hands of the people that were desperate for car overthrow. We not go join illegal protest. If you want to protest, go and talk to the police. We not join people there where we not sabi, we just they spread message on social media, say let una jump and tweet for go protest. Una not go, una not join, una not go, una not join, una not go, una not join because we did not want our people to die. We not be want to kill with police officers them in the line of duty. We not be want to let people that they na the house and stray bullets go meet there. We not be want to let people that jump na treat we not know say na overthrow them people there so they try for overthrow security forces will they try for restore law and order. There are guns in the hands of civilians for make they go kill them at treat. We not be want that. We then at the social media they suffer. For call on people them. Una stop. Dialogue is the way to this. Dialogue is the way forward. Una stop. If una get una concerns them. Una find civilized and legal means them. For express their concerns they una stop. Nobody not listen. Nobody listen to us. Nobody. How people that lost their lives there. People lost their lives senselessly just because people want for score political goals. Una stop. Una let for send a bad message there so. Una let for lie pa Madabio. Una let for portray picture like say waiting they happen right now with the conditions of people na salon no more in the happen. Una let for lie say na Madabio the SFL price up. Una left for lie say na Madabio the make the rice price go up. Una left. Una stop. No presidents no go day 9 months to election. Want for making people that live their kind conditions. See also where they live. Where in no say where they go to the ballot box. The bread and butter are one part the major things then we get for determine the decision of we people them. No president no go day. We go one for suffering people them. Left with murder and one for make feel they free right now. Left with murder and one for let rest they free. At the time this way, if even what did they say against murder as bad person, in bad to elections, in needing people them. Every politician needing people in election. So he would want to try his best. He's having sleepless nights. And they go across the world for try for faith, for make things better for him people them. They see the efforts when they make. Pass we say no more things they there, but we not go say things that they short in like kind they happen in other country. The rest day in a salon. Pass we say no more in there. Fear day in a salon. Not short in like kind short in a UK for a whole month. And they try. For make things happen. People that they go on social media, they spread hate messages them against them. They spread lies just for convince people that for jumping at treats, so that when that crowd they go to jump at treats, they go come in now with their guns them and go overthrow. At the expense of the lives of we people them, we brothers them, we sisters them. We come on social media, some of who they talk before that they curse we. All kind bad curse them. Say something now because you dey work in a state house now because life better for you, this and that, blah blah blah. The suffering in this country, in the church, everybody. We try for talk to we people then, but we were helpless. We were few in numbers. We were few. The civil society was missing. We needed the civil society at that point in time. Outside the messages that they go out for make they come and condemn and talk to the people of this country that don't participate in illegal protests, don't participate in coup plots. In better let we sit down at the table for talk about their issues here so than we go na streets. Where was the civil society? There was no voice. They not come and can talk. The opposition disappeared into thin air. Into thin air. They not come for can talk to the supporters them for tell them say this protest not so we the organizer more. If you not say you na APC, not join this protest or not to APC protest. Not join this coup plot, not to APC coup plot. Dr. Samura Kamara be supposed for come and can join the few of we for come out and can talk say this not so APC protest this so me APC supporter they will not join. Mayor Akisoya be get the responsibility for come and can talk say this not so Freetown City protest to me people that are the municipality APC people they will not join. Civil society Marcela Samba and others they all be supposed for don't come and can talk to the people there for say this is not the right way will not join. They all get responsibility for can protect the lives and properties of our people. The international community get a responsibility for come and pull statements them and call on people them. Make them not jump in a treat. Everybody was missing in action. Femi Claudius Cole, Karamokaba, all of these peoples, they get their followings. Femi Claudius Cole be they claim saying that the ambassador for the woman then at this country. Usai incident where in all come and can talk to the woman them of this country. For one them say, we are not join this protest here, so an illegal protest. Where was she? Where was everybody? Alfred Peter Conte, where they lead the APC interim executive right now. Where were you? Why would I all not come? For come and can talk to the people then. For say no, this is not us. This is not the APC. We are not join. Where were you when you were needed to come out and save the lives of the people you claim to represent? Where were you when the people you're claiming to represent needed you for talk sense na the ace, for make them understand say this is not the right way. This is risky. They were going to die. They were going to kill themselves. This is not us. Let's learn from the war. We needed those messages from the APC. We needed it from the civil society. We needed it from the Sierra Leone Bar Association. We needed a message today from the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, of which I belong. But nobody was willing to come forward for save lives and properties. They left them. Namada Bioyan. We tried our best for save we people them. But nobody did listen because the voices were too loud. The voice of the few desperate people them were too loud. And then the one they wait for cat talk sense, whether they call the moral guarantors, they decide for settlement. Even the people were using a UN rapporteur tweet for call on people them for jumping at it. And then the UN did not say anything. Everybody was silent, waiting for people them for jumping at it for go die. We needed all of them. Nobody came forward. That silence is part of the reasons we make this thing happen. It's part of the reason we make this thing here so happen. Because we kept quiet and allow we mama them and we papa them and we picking them for make desperate people them, faceless cowards, use them as human shields because of their desperation to power. And we get to a situation whose Madabio was almost overthrown. He was almost overthrown. It's just to God, this capable God where we can talk about, that we fend we serve, we did elect today. Only way that thing they don't happen now. And that time they will begin see now. People that they can now. Alfred Peter Conte, they tweet now. Mayor of Freetown, they tweet now. Marcela Samba, they go Al Jazeera now. Bar Association, they pull press release now for condemn. Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, they pull press release now for condemn. Usai una be day. So una be no say this not to be the right thing for let the people they do. But una not can forecast stop them. Una waiting door happen done. Now that time now una they can now forecast say not to the right thing this una do. Where were you when you could have prevented this carnage? Where were you when you could have prevented this massacre? Usa una be there. And God get for good judge some of una. There is going to come that time where each and every one of we get for good up before God for answer for his stewardship. Not so by group or when you show God. Now what you do as individual? What you do? When you able for stop for letting or kill people them. You tin up, you shut up. You don't talk. Say they kill people them. We all get for go answer. Fonty get for go tin up before God. And they go answer and they go talk. Waiting in know about waiting happen so August 10. And they go answer. Waiting I know, waiting I do, waiting I not do. And also each and every one of we get for go answer before we God we make we. So if una not like una country, there is a God. Una all get for go answer to. We get for go judge una. What una be supposed for do una not do. Una we pull money for let people they go die. Una we plan for let people they go die. Una we supposed for talk. We shut up. Evil thrive because good people they shut up, they not talk. When I all get for go answer to God. If even whatever investigation where the states they make in jump una they go answer to God. We all they go answer to God. For their lives they will lost. Which you be supposed for do what you not do. You they go answer to God. However, now we don't get calls. We don't see the overwhelming support when retired Brigadier Julius Madabio don't get. as the people's president, as the person where God be don mark say na him, na the person, the right person, where for able for lead Sierra Leone to the path of prosperity. We all know see now the kind of support we don't get. Even as at the talk right now, the chairman for the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Governments in don't come na salon. The president of Guinea-Bissau in na salon. They all don't come for to show solidarity to Madabio that you now we brother. You will respect you. You will ready for support you. We not support violence na Sierra Leone. We not support any illegal means na Sierra Leone for let they overthrow you. They right now na salon as they speak. They don't meet with the president. They day right now na salon as we speak. For sure say nobody no go accept that day. And we all don't see the messages and now we don't come. Or even if na hypocrite some man they make now. But we all don't see everybody they speak with one voice. That one, waiting happen so it not be supposed for happen. That two, the government for investigate. So now in fact, three messages there. One, they condemn across the board. Everybody don't agree say waiting they happen so it not be supposed for happen. All man don't agree with that. Two, just they read that interesting comments there. Two, we all don't agree say the state supposed for investigate for make we know waiting exactly happen. So all the one that we get and parties, they all for come forward. And the third among the calls them, people that they call for dialogue. For make we go sit down at the table and discuss their issues there so we all agree, no doubt. No day for say waiting is supposed for happen, so not happen. And some of we don't know, and for that even before it happen, some of we they talk, although they be the cause mama them as a result of that. They be the threatening we as a result of that. And then two, we all agree for say the state supposed for investigate, for make sure say we bring to book all the one that we responsible for this and compromise not for the under. Compromise not for the under. Nobody know they can use the cover of peace and unity for make them not prosecute them. All the one that we get and in this, we supposed for know them and we supposed for prosecute them. We supposed for bring them to book. We supposed for bring them to book. No compromise not for the under. However, on the third part of the three calls them when people they don't make, people calling for dialogue. That call for dialogue to me is confusing and hypocritical. The calls for dialogue at this point is confusing and hypocritical. Why I say so? And don't get it twisted. We all know say, and me self agree say, Georgia is better than war. For sit down at the table and discuss issues them, in better than for go on streets and for go attack people them or for use your power against people them. I 100% agree with that. However, what's confusing at this point, where people let it talk about dialogue. One, I see these calls for dialogue at this point as a deliberate attempt for paint the government in two bad lights. One, for making FIBA like say, the one creates the picture, like say this government here so not ready for sit-down na table for dialogue issues, we go carry with peace and security na this country. The one creates that impression, they like say this government not want for sit-down na table. And two, the one for creates that impression, like say from when this government come, we not don't make any attempt at dialogue. So now they confuse me. Oh. And the hypocritical aspect of this also, this insurgents was launched by faceless cowards, by people that way we still don't know. So how you go to talk about dialogue? Dialogue is supposed to be with people them where you know. So if the international community or anybody, civil society or anybody is calling for dialogue, it go seem to me like they know the people them where they behind this attack. So start by telling us who that then are the people them. Because it's only when we know the people them, now we will sit on a table with them for dialogue. But right now you ask APC say not to them. You ask anybody, they say not to them. So who do we dialogue with? Aren't we putting the cat before the horse? When are the horse supposed to be before the cat? I think the call at this point in time should be investigate. Because we don't investigate now, we don't know the people there. And then we move on to the next step. Are we now going to jail these people? Or if these people have genuine concerns, are we now going to sit and discuss with these people? Now dialogue they can. But how you go to talk about dialogue? Let's say you know the people there. Okay, we're coming ready for dialogue. Who are they can dialogue with? Who were the people that led the so-called protest? For me, Kukasido and dialogue with them. Una always they call for dialogue at this point. Una tell we first by who are then are the people them. And una tell we now Kukasido now in dialogue. But we don't even know as it stands, which is why the president has called for an investigation. Or has ordered an investigation. And then for making a call for dialogue, we mother BO from day one. Be no say dialogue now the only way forward. You know, ever come and use in soldier camp for rule this country also. So the extent that some people even they blame man. Musician they all those sing para for say whether soldier man bar what will be vote for. Because for me mother BO we will not see that soldier man will be vote for. We don't see that soldier man will be voted for. Simply because he knows say if he rule as a soldier, it will become problem. So he decide for rule as papa, as father of the nation. When we Boku people go be disgruntled that time. That we needed a soldier at this point, na the history of Sierra Leone for Lidwi. That was why we voted you. So if the people that they blame him because of their in soft ways of handling state affairs, because in always don't they use dialogue, because in always don't they use consultations, and now we want for can treat them unfairly or for make unfair comments against them, as if we don't ever the dialogue, or as if he's not ready for dialogue. It's hypocritical and confusing. Or you want me to remind you of instances Usai Madabio always don't they look into dialogues? Let we all answer the questions that question together. Yeah? Because we know of several instances them where the government don't use for ensure say all their path ala there, so we don't want them. Because we need a peaceful country for able to attract investment. We need a peaceful country for able for develop Sierra Leone. So if we create an impression when at the end of the opposition that they do all this while for make investors they not come to this country as if we dey into war, Mother Bio no say that situation they not fine for Salone. So now, make we all answer the questions also together. How many times for me Mother Bio don't come? Where in order invite the former president, Ernest Bai Koroma, and the APC executive for Kamna State House, for make they can discuss national issues, for make they can dialogue. not to 1 term, not to 2 term, not to 3 term, not to 4 term, not to 5 term. Plenty term. The pictures that they all over the place. The videos that they all over the place. But in all of their attempts, they also at inviting the people they also for dialogue. Former President Ernest Bai Koroma, when I be chairman and leader for APC, not ever honor the invitation they did. Not ever. So between Ernest Koroma and Madabio, for example, who da want dialogue or who da want ala? The APC executive, on 2 or 3 instances, yes, they don't honor the invitations they did. But that again, another evidence for say Madabio don't make not to 1, not to 2, not to 3 moves for sit-down and dialogue with the opposition. Apart from the invitations them, where the president, the father of the nation, the leader of the country, don't extend to Ernest Bai Koroma for camp for dialogue, where ain't agree for camp. When I help me back for answer this question, how many times VP Jules Jallo, the president not on Senate, for go meet Ernest Koroma and host for go dialogue with him? VP don't go to Ernest host not to 1 term, not to 2 term, for go sit down and dialogue with him. True or false? So why we want for create a picture as if this government here so no wants dialogue, or as if this government not ever don't move for dialogue? Then we left that side. Yeah. So if this dialogue what they call now, Ernest Koroma would they call would they talk about for say the government for dialogue with, or now the APC would they talk about for say the government for dialogue with, but Kubokute the governments don't invite and don't sit down with some of their way camp for dialogue with them. So not left that side. Not assume say this calls for dialogue and the civil society they want for make the government dialogue with. We don't see the pictures them. We don't see these countless events them. The records are there. Outside the government don't invite the civil society. Boku them for discuss national issues, for consult with them, for dialogue before the state undertake any projects in this country also. We have those meetings. Those pictures are all over the social media. Evidence are to the effect that this government has always been consulting and dialoguing with the civil society. Apart from that, one of the biggest dialogue ventures where Madabio don't take from where he come for sit down with everybody, be you journalist now, civil society, student, opposition, this, that, mamikos person, Madabio make an attempt now this country also organize a national dialogue and a national cohesion session, where we invite everybody from all walks of life. Bintumani 3. National Dialogue and Cohesion Conference. The international community even accompanied the organizers of that event for go na Anesi host, for go extend an invitation to them, for go talk to them, for make income. APC was invited. NGC was invited, civil society was invited, students were invited, journalists were invited, people from all walks of life. Madabio invites them. Bintumani 3. For say make we come, make we all come, make people like us see we na one podium, make I hug you Ernest Bai Koroma, make we hug we safe. Alpha Khan, una all come, APC, SLPP, civil society, students them, una all come. Bintumani 3. Who da do dande na this country? And Madabio, that same person where una want for portray they like today for saying not ready for dialogue, or you know ever they make attempts for consult and dialogue. Now do dande. APC go there. They show face. Not to Alpha Khan no more go there. For help, for cement the gap. For help, for get the symbolic hug them, for make people that know say this now one country, one people, despite with political indifferences, despite with tribal indifferences, despite with religious indifferences, they ever come. They don't ever show interest in dialogue. Simply because dialogue is not what they want. All waiting they want now for create a situation of instability. All waiting they want now for terrorize with people them. All waiting they want, they just need blood picture them for go show to the international community, for go show to the investors there, for make them not come for can invest in a salon. All waiting they want now for make Mother be not able for develop salon. So 2023 they go use them against them for campaign. All waiting they want now just power. All waiting they want, they just want for kind of power. Even as we speak, they don't get an agenda. Even as we speak, they don't get leaders. Even as we speak, they don't get plan. 2023 to 2028, there is no plan, there is no leader, there is no resources, there is no nothing. So now because they know say they not get all of that day, make the thing say the only way they will come back in a power now for let they overthrow Madabio. Now for make they use the hardship where the one world they go through right now, or with people that they go through for incite them, for make them jump at it, so that they go able to come in and overthrow Madabio. Dialogue. Who say una be there all this while when Madabio be the struggle for bring the people of this country to the table for make the cast sit down. Now waiting camp the tell we una begin investigation for make una can box up and mix up the investigation. Now at that same day una for can box up and mix up dialogue. Dialogue is going to continue. Madabio be don't starter. Now starter. So like how they call him father of democracy. Now so for begin call him back the father of dialogue na salon. So dialogue process be always there and it still they continue, no doubt about that. So now not come at this point, they can begin they talk big fool about dialogue. Let's say dialogue no day as part of Madabio agenda. Now investigation. We need for investigate for know the one that will go kill Evangelist Samson. And Evangelist Samson, your investigation in particular, they talk this. And I know why they talking. Evangelist Samson investigation in particular, we need an independent panel. And let them not even include the security personnel as part of that investigative panel there. Because not big here, he say, now people in uniform. And they go shoot Evangelist Samson when an APC Bobo, na Makeni. We need an independent panel. We need ECOWAS for form part of the investigation. We need an independent panel of judges for investigate Evangelist Samson in Taiwan. Let we know that they go kill him. Let we know that they go kill APC Bobo Evangelist Samson at a time where the states need them the most for help investigate what's happening. We need them. We need an investigative panel. We need an investigative panel. And they beg the authorities them as a citizen of Sierra Leone. Let we do that day. Let we investigate. Then nobody knock out with box up and mix up dialogue talk. Because we don't say dialogue always there. Madabio na the father of dialogue. So then they in day already. In day. Dialogue day. Let them not confuse we. But at this time, when people they want for car take gun for pull Madabio, let we investigate that day first. Whilst do they continue with the dialogue, we be always done there. We Madabio be always done initiate. We the father of dialogue be always done initiate. Madabio is the father of dialogue. So don't not confuse yourself with dialogue talk. Now an investigation. We need to investigate who that there kill the police officers there. We need to investigate who that there go kill Evangelist Samson. We need to investigate who that there they want for overthrow Madabio. And that's what we need for the talk about right now. You know what you not confused with dialogue talk. Dialogue be always there. And Namada na initiator. Namada initiate dialogue. Namada initiates dialogue. Yeah? Namada initiator. So at this point, we should not be confusing the investigation with dialogue. Let's just call for investigation. Let them investigate. Yeah? Let them investigate. Yeah? Dialogue for the bang, like I may always day. Like I might be always done the door. But we need for know what's happening. Yeah? Because we have this country don't go. All mother efforts there. Trying to integrate this country. Trying to unite this country. We see na different answers there we they get. Whenever mother be make a move for unite this country also. For keep we together as one country, one people. We see the royal people that they behave. What the world believe say, Mother be they appoint Northern as there. Now Northern CDS, Chief of Defense Staff. Now we get so. Now we get so. Chief of Defense Staff. Northern. Mother be put him in charge of the security of the state, in charge of Mother be in your own life. And then we have to create lies for say this money also no they appoint Northern as there. For say this money also no let Northern as there. And Northern input so. But look what's happening. My information is that it not be even there. Not be even there, Tom. Chief of Defense Staff, you are not even in town when they were for overthrow the government. Now the confidence this way we did not turn as them. Want for give Mother Bio for appoint more not turn as them. Is this the confidence that we are creating? Is this the confidence? Is this the confidence? The other time we make an attempt for call Paulo from the opposition for can help we for first COVID. Who say end? Paulo told to go and go to an state house. Is this the confidence? Who want for Gimada Bio? For appoint more opposition people? For appoint more northerners? Lord talk, Lord discuss. These are the points where we for discuss issues dispassionately. And the level of trust this way we want for be. Where there are points who misbehave. God helps alone. May God help we country. May God help we country. I dey talk am back. May God help we country. Yeah? But me no know why God give you this kind of opposition. Una dey claim say una popular. Una dey claim say now una dey come back to power 2023. Una dey claim say from when Mother Bio come, Mother Bio no do nothing for this country also. For make people vote for her back. And then we are only 9 months away to election. For make if we see una dey talk na true. For say una popular. For say Mother Bio no don't do nothing na this country also. For say now una dey can lead this country also. If una get an agenda, if una able for sell una agenda to the people of this country. 9 months to elections. Why would I not wait back for go vote Mother Bio and pull and come on? When I choose say na overthrow, na overthrow. Just 9 months to election. No, what happened on August 10 is not a protest. It's a terrorist attack against our nation. And we don't deserve that day as a country. I want for left una with one wise word. In all of this way happen so. August 10, people are jumping at streets, they kill people then, they this, they that. My people of Sierra Leone, They will not allow the politicians they use we. They will not allow the politicians they use we, especially the young people there. All the pictures where they pass the people they die. All the pictures where they pass the people they be in the streets they protest. And not see the one politician in Peking. And not see the one politician in Border. And not see the one politician in Mama. And not see the one politician in Web. And not see the one politician in Husband. The same politician maybe they call we for jumping at street. For go protest. They were not with us. And not see none. None part of the people they not die. No politician in Posse not die. No politician in Mama. No politician in Peking. Because they all be there as safe heavens. And me and you now we be there at the firing line. Don't allow them to use you. They get their own agenda there. They go call you saying a protest, but they get waiting they want for achieve. Wise up Sierra Leone. Wise up Sierra Leone. And that God will give him Mother Bio as president at this time in Sierra Leone history. Because he want let Sierra Leone better. That God they not go ever allow make any politician able use somebody for go na streets and go all gone. I tell you now plenty thank you. Me will bring this program to you. I dey work inside the office of the president at State House as a communication strategist.